I remember the deafening roar of the turrets. My Imperial carrier was trailing a blaze of fire and smoke as it smashed into the hangar deck. I heard the screech of shredding metal, but the vast emptiness of the colossal hall swallowed the noise. Somehow, slowly and painfully, I crawled out of the smouldering wreckage. The air was stale, and the mysterious fortress monastery looked dark and empty.
Captain, do you copy? Captain Van Winter, can you hear me? Strange. Box communication is jammed. And I can't use my teleporter device. Something must be disturbing my signal. I will record everything in my audio log in case I don't return. Inquisitorial log. New entry. While attempting to dock in the hangar of an unknown fortress monastery, my transport took heavy fire. I suspect that the automatic weapon systems were activated, but I don't yet know why. The transport has been destroyed, along with my equipment. My pilot is dead. I will pray for him later.
Alright, he's done talking. Evidently we have no weapons, so we'll deal with this box later. Just gonna step away for a moment. Apologies for the brief interruption. We've had some rain here finally. Had to make sure all the windows are shut.
Interesting. Mindless servitors were created for menial tasks, but having a flesh drone just for operating the door seems excessive. Open the door.
It does seem a little excessive, come on. Here you go, camera controls, bound to middle mouse button.
An ancient cogitator. Let's see if the tech prayers still hold. It might have information about this place.
So you can read that. I can't read that.
Just as I suspected. It's a pile of rust. Well, at least I found some interesting diagnostics. I should check all the cogitators on the ship for other details. New log entry. Bodies everywhere. The putrid stench of death. Horrible wounds still ooze blood. What unholy beast stalks these halls, I wonder? What have we got here? A weapon? Well, the Emperor does protect his royal subjects.
Fantastic. We've got our first weapon, a 4-staff. We're going to run all the way back to the very first room. I want to have a little look in that box. So I've never noticed that box before. It's probably not important, but it is right there. Give it a whack. Not useful in the slightest. We can attack the environment. We're going to. Game will teach us about destructible objects. Let's see if this is destructible. Maybe you'll open the door. Probably not. Nope. Waste of time. Let's keep going. The combat in this game is pretty satisfying in my experience. I definitely enjoyed it a bit more than Diablo 3. I should go through our abilities, so we do have a few. Well, I'll go through the entire interface, why not? So, we've got a few things. First thing are Inoculators. These, in where I use them at least, primarily for healing, but you can assign certain buffs to your Inoculators by changing little things on them. We've got a Suppression Meter. If we get attacked, our Suppression Meter will lower. If you've played any Warhammer 40, probably just any Warhammer games in general, you probably would be somewhat familiar with Suppression. We want to keep it in the green. That is the best survival method for us. We've got our pool of health. This will regenerate naturally as well. However, if we do need to get some extra health, we'll use the coagulators. This will take us to our inventory, which is here. A little character screen, a little man. He's a little blurry. I'm not sure why that's the case. Probably nothing to be worried about. This does something, but I don't remember. I'm pretty sure this is weapon switching. We have 2 abilities assigned to our left and right for our first weapon. However, because our weapon is is two-handed, it'll also give us 2 extra abilities for that weapon. If we were to use 2 one-handed weapons, say a bolter or a bolt pistol and a sword, we would have 2 abilities for the bolt pistol, 2 abilities for the sword. We've also got these. We will deal with these later. We have an equipment slot, and we also have a special ability as well that we can, from this gauge, you can probably see we can't use that often. For the moment, we've got Force Bolt. This will be our primary attack. Hold shift to shoot while standing in place. Second ability, Bio Lightning. We probably will use this quite a bit. Inferno, which unusually is self, so I suspect this casts on our position and just moves around by itself. Okay, I'm not really sure why you'd want to cast that on yourself. We also have Molten Beam, which will be quite useful. As you can see, our Warp Heat has gone up from using those abilities. I actually think this might be something related to the Psyker. I don't really remember that. So that's fine. Our standard abilities don't generate Warp Heat. These do. Oh, wait, hold on. This takes away Warp Heat. This is 5 per use. Alright, so that's our mana. The more you know. You're ugly.
A manifestation of chaos. Well, let's cleanse your taint from here.
So, our first battle. Done.
Kill the heretic! I feel the contagion of chaos seeping into the walls. I taste the despair in the air. This illness must be purged before it's too late.
Done talking, fantastic. So we can switch weapons. We've got a Pyrokinetic Staff. This changed our primary ability. Everything else remains the same. We'll have a look at this staff, see what's up with it. So it does 33 damage. Okay, I have to click on that. That does 33 as well. We'll probably go with this. Pyroblast. Attacks of specific position. High suppression. It also reduces the warp cooldown by 2 per hit, which will allow us to use our other abilities more often. It's a bit slow, but that's fine.
New log entry. I've found a room tainted by the filth of chaos. There is also a tech priest maintenance shrine with a functioning cogitator.
I do wonder if cogitators are a real word. Okay, you can read through this as well. Turrets attacked a few things. Something happened. There's some bad stuff.
I've found new information. There's an emergency cogitator nearby where I could turn off the jamming
go do
signals.
We'll talk to this head. How's it going?
Open the door.
It is in the walls now. Everywhere. Taint. In the machines.
Oh, by the Emperor. What foul abomination is this? Mindless servitor sputtering gibberish. I smell corruption. Exciting. Mind the door.
He was meant to say
please.
that back there, but that's fine. We've got some friends.
Foul heretics! Let my powers cleanse you from
So this
your
teaches
sins.
us about cover. We can take cover by holding space. If you stand near cover, it doesn't do anything, like cover wise. However, it can block shots. Have a little look around. Here's this emergency cogitator we've got to deal with.
Finally, that's the cogitator that will disable the jammer. I couldn't turn off the teleportation jammer, but the Vox should be fine now. Captain Van Winter, can you hear me?
Inquisitor, finally. I thought we'd lost you.
It would have been quite convenient for you, I suppose.
Trust me, I'm on your side. I'm not saying I don't want my ship back, but who would clear my name if you died in battle?
Your loyalty is quite admirable, Captain.
Okay, we leveled up though. We'll deal with that in a bit. It's first mission completed. We received a slot for psychic focus. We can also crush enemies, and we get a skill point. This is the ship that we're dealing with, and we can finally change our... Okay, can we not? Okay. I made it out of the hangar where I found evidence of a serious chaos infestation. I need to investigate this further. Usually you can change your difficulty, hence why those numbers are in green. It's quite easy. We shouldn't actually die.
Our augurs have picked up a Vox signal not far from your location. It is transmitting on an Imperial channel. It could be important.
Yep,
I'm
we'll
on my
head
way
that
there.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what's up with that. It might just be for these first missions. They're just easy. I don't want things to spawn on missions, actually. Take care of that. We got a pistol. We'll have a look at these. Let's not switch weapons. Alright. We're not high enough level for this implant. However, we'll definitely want to grab that as soon as we can. This force staff is worse than our original one, so we won't use that. We also have access to an auto pistol. I like the force staff, sort of, but we're going to go grab an auto pistol anyway. We also leveled up, so we can grab a skill point. There is quite a significant skill tree on here. We'll have to unlock some of these, as you can see. We'll deal with these two much later on in the campaign. We'll go for psychic combat. And we will grab exploit weakness. We can have a look at our character here, tell us all the wonderful things we can do. We have no attribute points, we have some perks. We can't change our perks at the moment either. That would be for later as well. There is some fucking death in here.
I, the Emperor.
What have you found down there, Inquisitor?
A vile display of cruelty and madness. A sacrifice to the dark gods and their acolytes prowling these decks.
In other words, there's something on that ship that requires human sacrifice.
Thanks for
Wonderful.
clarifying that for us. Shit. Get out of here. What's this? Alright, sweet. That doesn't seem like a bad thing. I thought it would be. Alright, we got a signum. That signum not quite white. It's odd. Alright, well, we got one. We'll switch back over to this naturally. That's fine. We'll definitely want to keep our eyes out. There's a lot of good stuff just hanging around. Get some weapons, could get some... What the fuck is this? Alright. That's not good. We'll try not to kill anyone in those then. We'll grab this frag grenade.
A crude tool of mindless destruction. I'm sure it'll be useful.
As you can see
on
down
this
here,
ship.
we now have a frag grenade. This is an equipment that we get. We can throw these. It requires supply charges, which we should be able to find in not these boxes, but boxes that are a bit smaller than that of green as well. Time warp. This is our super special ability. We can only use this sometimes. We'll probably not use this one. We can change this out as well if we need to. Leave this up on the screen for a moment. You can pause if you want to read that. Looks like the Game Workshop colors right there. What's in here?
A proper welcome committee at last. That
Certainly
grenade could be useful now.
And we will do just that. Flank these guys. Take out this tarantula sentry gun. Oh, fuck. Well, it didn't actually, but still.
This commander is tough. A worthy enemy at last.
He says we can't hurt him, but we can definitely hurt him. Out he goes. 100% damage and periodic damage. Spin this around. We can use these wonderful little things. I think this is fantastic, personally. We'll use them later on. Let's get out of that. We finally have a choice here too. There's two ways we can go. We also got some things. Let's use these. We'll get some new armor, which gives us a new ability. Put that on. We also got a purple implant for our eye, so we'll use that as well. That gives us some extra warp heat, some extra loot quality. This will give us some damage reduction and a different ability, which is ethereal phasing, which allows us to teleport. It's also what looks like an elevator there. I doubt we can use it. We'll keep going. There is a cogitator in here. Let's have a look. just for lore, as usual. With all the cogitators and all the lore that comes up, I'll leave them on screen for a little bit. If they're short, I might read them, but, you know, you can read, I can read. I'm really... didn't mean to... Got a dead man.
I have found a corpse of an Imperial soldier. I'll take his data slate. It could contain a recording that could shed some light on what happened here.
Oh dear. That looks like a Chaos Dreadnought, if memory serves. I'm sure someone will correct me. Some more death up here. These guys are quite easy, especially at the moment.
I found the body of a fallen Adeptus Astartes.
What? Did you just say that there was a dead Space Marine down there?
He must have been a member of that unlucky Imperial reconnaissance team I found.
Allow me to clarify that. You only found pieces of them. So it'll be just you against something that tore apart one of the mightiest champions of the Imperium.
Don't jump to any conclusions just yet, Captain. It could easily be more than one creature.
Some medical supplies that will refill our inoculator. We now have 4 charges, opposed to the 0 we had earlier. I might get you with one of these, just to sort of get you out of here. Oh, fuck me! It's 8. Hey, fuck off! Fucking game is pulling some bullshit. That's what I thought my Inferno was going to do, but unfortunately, no. Not allowed to have cool things.
You think a horde can withstand my power?
Got a lot of little guys here. It's fine, we can shoot around corners, so it's not too much of a concern. Drop one of these. Ah, there it goes. Yeah, it's going to move around by itself. Okay, that's a better ability than I thought it would be. That recharged some good stuff. That's great. See what's up here. Maybe there'll be a box. Looks like there's a box. So we get some loot. Go credits, chemical reagent, and more credits. Yeah, we ain't gonna use that. Let's keep trucking along. These missions aren't very long, but I'm sure I'll make them long. Another dead man.
Team Sigma, this is Chaos Thorn speaking. Team Sigma, come in.
I'm afraid Team Sigma won't be responding anytime soon.
What? Who are you, and what are you doing there? Taking a stroll on the decks? By the Emperor!
Mind your manners. I'm an Inquisitor, and I don't tolerate...
An Inquisitor? About bloody time. I thought your lot had followed Lord Klosterheim into the Dark Zone. Listen, we're under heavy attack in the control room, so I'd appreciate it if you could join us while we deliver the Emperor's will until our most triumphant death. Thorn out.
Okay, we'll do just that.
New log entry. I established connection with someone from an Imperial expedition on the ship, but he is clearly confusing me with someone else.
Alright. We might split it here. Next mission will be teaming up with Callous Thorn and protecting the command deck. See you then.